So you ready for this? You ready for the big game or what, man?
No.
Football season is upon. Football season is upon you.
I listen. You know how I feel about football season.
What?
You know how I feel about foosball season.
Foosball.
Foosball,
That's funny.
you know.
I'll give you an A for creativity on that, kid. You are definitely creative. That's for sure.
Well, it is foosball.
Yeah.
It turns men into fools.
It's big money, man. Is what it is.
It definitely turns men into fools.
It is big money.
But
it's going to turn your husband into a fool when Tom Brady starts whooping
He's
that ass.
a fool every season, so just leave it alone, okay?
We can't. We can't give too much of it away. So Cam was a little overwhelmed at like a lot of people being around.
Yeah, because he hadn't been in school for a year.
Yeah, that's
and I think that's the name of the game for all the kids that were homeschooled because he was homeschooled. So
yeah, that's to be expected though, correct?
Yeah.
So how's he doing now with it?
He's absolutely fine with it now. He's good.
That's awesome.
I need to share. Where are you?
I'm right here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm on Mike Herren's Podcast City.
Okay.
I'm going down to grew up in Fall River.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Cam is adjusting to high school.
That's
I'm
good.
waiting for Mom.
Listen,
I have this girl's number.
Freshman year is not easy on anybody.
Listen, I'm waiting for.
Believe me, I went to fucking Drifty freshman year. I thought I was walking into a penal institution, dude. 5,500 kids fights every fucking day.
Listen, it happens.
Fuck that. It's not easy as a freshman, but just tell him it gets easier. Tell my man Cam to give Uncle Mike a call. Uncle Mike's got his back.
He's been tired though, getting used to that routine again, So.
Oh, yeah. So he's got a girl. He's got a honey's number.
I don't know. I hope not. Lord.
Why not?
Because I'm not ready for that.
You're not ready to be grandma?
Oh hell no.
That'll come from the oldest one probably. Right?
He don't want no kids. He asked for a vasectomy when he was 18, and doctor told him no. My kid is crazy.
Did he really?
He really did.
That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah. So.
Okay, here we go. Live now, and let me do my thing, and we are ready to rock and roll it. I actually prepared for this show, but you know what that means?
It's not going to be Pillar.
Let me tell you something. We got 120 days we're doing, and we got a couple of projects that are coming off of this. But if you don't remember what I said the first show after Labor Day is when spring training ends. This is the real thing. So every show from now on is going to be it's going to be top quality, whether it's sports, interviews, everything. This is the big leagues. We're getting up there.
Let's go.
Got some deals with some sponsors. We got a lot going on. Okay, but it's kill or be killed. We got a lot of expenses that are going out. But so now it's for keeps for sure, But we got the A team today. We got me, you, and Rob, and the sky's the limit with that crew. I'm ready to rock and roll and do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember me talking about spring training, right?
That's right.
And then we had fucking 2 COVIDs, and we're about to get fucked with another one.
Listen,
All right, let's rock. Let's rock and roll. Rob, you want to count us down, brother, man?
Sure.
It's a lot, man. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Trust me. There was what is it?
I'm gonna sing for you.
Rob.
I made up a dance.
Okay.
I made up yet another dance. Can you believe it? I made up yet another dance. Here it's come.
I'm terrified.
Are we ready to go, Rob?
We are on.
We're on. So can I get a countdown, Rob? Give me a countdown.
10,
4, 3, 2,
5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
2,
I
1.
love your microphone. Yeah. So what's going on? It is the BIZ with my homegirl Mika and
What's
me,
going on?
the Hurricane.
I feel like we've been separated for a while, but
man.
life has been happening though.
I've
We've been doing things.
been following you.
I've been a busy creature, busy creature. Been working my life away, working.
Yeah.
You have been hacked.
So how's my boy handling high school?
Actually, the first day was tough, but then now he's okay.
What was tough about the first? By the way, the show
Cam.
hasn't started yet. We're just
Yeah.
we're just doing a little pre-show prepping.
But,
we're giving people an inside look at how
what
it
we
looks
do.
inside. Yeah.
Cam is, well, it was overwhelming because obviously the first day that he went to school, there was no other kids.
Yeah, of course.
So now there was all the sophomores, juniors, and
yep.
seniors were there.
Yeah.
So it was a lot, but now he's starting to get the hang of it. But now he had shop first. So he had automotive. He
Good.
learned how to change a tire and change oil.
Hey, let me tell you, those are life skills, man.
And then now he had
fucking
culinary.
kidding me?
He made, he told me he made mac and cheese.
The places that I've changed tires, man.
You have been hacked again.
Here we go.
Oh,
We're back.
my God. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Whatever the fuck they say about that. But are you crazy? Life
Life is crazy.
is nuts. We get knocked offline again, Rob, for the second time in two
Second
shows.
time in a row. Yeah.
How's your mic, Rob? I don't really hear you too so well up.
How's this? Let me go a little louder. How's that? Better?
Let me
There we
see.
go. Here you go. Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah.
You got 'em?
okay. Not too much.
No, I don't have
Not
it.
too much.
Yeah.
You sure about
How's
that?
it? Yeah.
Turn your headphones up over there.
All right, got a minute. What? Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Hello, hello.
Nothing.
I got you. Do it again?
I don't know how you have nothing.
I got you. I got it.
I
now.
got, you
Okay.
got him now?
Very good.
So I get it. I mean, we got knocked offline for the second show in a row.
Yep.
I'm telling people that this is the end of spring training. This is the first show in the big leagues. Okay, I get a call about my father's health that I absolutely have to take. That blows my mind, and we have survived another
Attack.
attack. Okay, is that crazy or what? Absolutely crazy. But it is the BIZ with your boy, the Hurricane. That's me. You feel it? My man Rob mic'd up in the house looking like a movie star back there, my man.
Yeah.
Looking slim and trim, 20 pounds lighter. Got the
right.
got the
I
dark
know,
shades
look
on.
at you.
I wish I could rock shades like you, Rob. I
Well,
do.
these are prescriptions, so if I take them off, I can't see.
Really. I still think there's something a little wrong with your mic,
Yeah,
homie, because
but-
we ain't
but-
really hearing it.
They're
I'm
dark
hearing
on
it
the
perfect
inside,
over here.
so are they changing? Do they?
No.
No. Okay, so they stay.
What's that mean?
They like kind of. I don't want to say progressive, but they have
No,
some that.
they're
change in the
sunglasses,
sun.
plain and simple.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That
Are you a big shade? My head is so big; it's a 7 5/8 to 7 7/8 that I have very difficult time getting hats to fit me and getting sunglasses. So I would have to go to like the Pumpkinhead store to get my Ray-Bans on. You know what I mean? But I like the look, dude.
These are.
I like the gangster look. Can I try them on, Rob, for a minute, man?
You can, but you're not going to be able to
Let me
see.
see.
He's not gonna be able to see. He's like. He's
I
gonna be
bet you I look
blind.
like a bad motherfucker with these on right now. I look like a bad dude. I look like them essays in L.A.
I can't stand you.
I look like with some of them essays in L.A. No one Nobody rocks the
You're
shades
a
like
hot
the
mess.
essays do.
Look
How
at
am I looking? Am I cool with it? Am I cool with it?
Yeah, you do have a big head.
I'll tell you what, Rob. You look a lot better with these glasses on. That's for sure.
Damn.
Or maybe it's the power of them. How do I look? Do I look good? Am I kicking it like
You look
this?
Ray Childish.
Uh-huh.
Ray Childish.
I look childish.
No, Ray
Oh,
Childish.
right, childish. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should see me on a Friday night if you think I'm Ray Childish now. But we're doing it here. We survive in advance here. That's what's going on. We talked a little bit about your son going to high school.
I think.
It is a big, big thing for freshmen. Tell my man Cam just to roll with it, okay? It gets better. It
I
gets
tell him
better
just
every
to have
day.
fun. I tell him every day is a
Yeah.
new day, a new chance.
Yeah.
You know, to
Nobody's going to hit high school running as a freshman like yourself.
No.
Not many people are going to have that advantage. I remember when I walked into Durfee first year, my freshman year, man, there's 5,500 kids running around the place. The place looks like the worst building you ever walked into. No open windows, fights all day, every day. I mean, it was crazy.
I was used to, when I was a freshman, I was kind of already used to New Bedford High because of
Yeah, your family.
my family and
Yeah,
being,
cool.
I was always in and out of
Sure.
there. So
Yeah.
it was easy to transition for me. And I hung with a lot of upperclassmen anyway.
I'm sure you did. Much to your regret tonight.
Somewhat and some not. Like,
Look out for them upperclassmen. I'm telling you.
listen, a lot of them seduced me.
I'm telling you, you young girls out
I
there.
was seduced.
Do not.
That's the dark
do
side.
not fall for that senior bullshit.
Listen, I was
Stay in your lane.
I was seduced by a senior.
Stay. It never works out well.
But you gotta
The
understand.
senior ultimately gets his heart broken, but after torturing the young one forever, right, Rob?
Yep.
You know,
But listen-
now you're clear as
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now you're
I
clear as good.
didn't have me in your mix. I'm in your mix.
I'm
I was on the air, but not in your mix.
Really?
But
Yeah.
you know, one thing about
Yeah.
being with an upperclassman and all that. Yeah, you do get your hat broke, but you learn a lot of lessons.
Your hat. You get your hat broke.
You learn a lot of
But
lessons.
I my freshman year is when
Are you-
I lost my V card. So yeah, my freshman year.
Really, I hear you. Now, are you a person about being? What makes a great? What makes a great lover? Are you taught by the right people who are older than you and more experienced, or is it something you come into your own as?
As far as being
how we working this?
As far as being a great lover,
Yeah, well, as for men, I think the more you do it, the better you
learn.
get.
I think
Right?
that
I think that's like how most things are. Right?
I learned a lot from my
The more you hit a baseball, the better you get at it.
the first boyfriend
Really?
that I had,
Yeah.
but also it was more or less like, you learn as you go along, and you have to understand though too. Everybody has their own preference, so it's kind of like, what is this one like, and then you perfect it. The one that you're with, you perfect it. You know.
Yeah. I hear you.
So, yeah.
Let's admit, I mean, when you're young, anytime, you know.
Listen, I had fun.
Hey, I love basketball, but practicing sex is a lot more fun.
Yeah, I
You know
practiced.
what I mean? I love playing sports, but practicing sex, it's a little better.
My freshman year, I was an athlete,
Yeah.
and then the sophomore year just wasn't for me anymore. I
The first year you were an athlete, the second year you were about the athletes. Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I had a crazy day driving through suburbia today, driving through the towns of East Bridgewater, West Bridgewater,
you was in Trumpville.
Norfolk, Dayton, Rehoboth. I mean, just these nice little places. But you know something, Rob? I don't know if I can live out there, man. I don't know if I can live out there. I need the concrete under my feet.
Really, I love being in the middle. Like, I don't want to say middle of nowhere, but I like being far. I like being close enough that I can come to the city, but I'd rather be out.
Well, you're kind of like that now.
No, I want to be like
Out, like a cushion
where
out.
like, oh, my cousins can't walk by and ring my doorbell.
You'll be like all my other bougie New Bedford friends that live in Fairhaven in a cushion
Right?
now.
Yeah. Well, I'm just the type that I just don't want to be bothered. Like where I live now, of course, I live in a quiet neighborhood, but there's still opportunity for somebody to come knocking at my door. You get what I'm saying?
I hear
Like,
you, yeah.
So if I lived in the middle of like,
You can get touched.
right, like
The city can
you gotta
touch
call
you.
me before you come to my house. Like if you're knocking on my door, I'm one of those petty people. You can knock on my door all you want. You
Really?
didn't call me, I'm not answering
Well,
because I don't know who the heck you are. You know what I mean?
hey, listen, if we're ever stuck in the Bedford, write that down. Call Mika before you go. Tell you before you go get bailed out for a ride. Yeah, man, like I'm out there, and I looked at a trailer that was for rent in Little Compton yesterday, and a trailer, yeah. But there's misconceptions about trailers.
I know some of them are really, really nice.
But this is like a trailer that's been converted into a house. You know, like the trailers that they have down south, Rob? Mm-hmm. They're not really trailers. They're not mobile.
Right.
No,
You know what I mean?
they're just a house that looks like
But
the size.
but
of
it's 2-bedroom, $800 a month rent
that's cheap.
on like 2.5 acres of land. Okay, and the landlord was mad cool.
You have creatures.
But I told him, I said, listen, we're gonna get Surpro or some shit in there to clean this. You gotta professionally clean this place because I don't know about it. But you know, I'm out there and I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, it's literally only 10 miles, 10, 11 miles from where we sit right now. I could ride in the summer. I could ride a bike back and forth without question.
But
okay?
you know what? It's the calm of being somewhere quiet. You know,
Yeah.
like having your own peace. I think that's what it is.
What if that calm drives me fucking crazy?
I don't
though?
think it will though.
No, really.
I think
Cool.
that's what you need in your life right now. If that isn't crazy.
Whoa, shots fired. Why?
You need the calm.
I need the calm?
You need the calm.
Why is that?
surrounding.
My life has been kind of calm except for...
A few bumps in the road, yeah.
No bumps in the road. What do you mean, like my father's health and stuff? Yeah. That's the biggest pain in the ass.
I think that like sometimes when things like that happen, you need a calm space and like
Oh
that.
yeah,
You know, you get what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
just to your own home, your own place to just be like calm.
No, I hear, but I don't know if that's in the middle of the woods.
But I don't know. Some people don't do calm.
I'm gonna
You,
tell you
I
something.
don't think you.
I'm gonna tell you something now. I'm gonna tell you, it's probably a 10-minute ride, probably a 5 to 10-minute ride to get a gallon of milk.
Oh.
I mean, so if I'm in, I am in for sure. So football season is up and coming, but before we get to that, my man OMAR from The Wire is dead. What?
Such a sad,
man.
such a sad situation. You
And
know,
50 Cent is a fucking punk.
he's a douche. He's a douche.
I'm tired of his shit, man.
He takes any opportunity to be an asshole. Like he needs to be
So, is
silenced,
that
and
like
he
his thing?
thinks that that's
He
what's
needs to
making
get
him
punched.
win.
He needs to get punched out.
But
is
he's
what
got
he
so
needs.
much security and stuff. Like he should have just kept his mouth shut. Let people mourn. You know, without your douche
But
comments.
why take a shot like that? Like
Because
that,
he's an ass. Because he's a cocky.
What did he
asshole.
say?
Oh, he made some.
Watch out for that fentanyl,
Fentanyl.
bro. Watch Raising Kanan. I guess Jimmy Henchman and who's the other dude that got deported? He's living in Dominican right now that was accused of shooting Tupac. A big time gangster.
Not Suge Knight.
No, a big time gangster from New York City.
I'm not sure.
Jimmy Henchman was one of them, and this other guy.
Oh, the one that was on the
The Haitian Jack.
Haitian Jack. Yeah. Okay.
So 50 Cent said some stuff about whatever, some rap, gossip, bullshit. I'm telling you, these rappers and their little phone beefs, it's getting a little stupid. You know what I mean?
My
grow the
thing
fuck
is-
up. I got money. Like,
He feels like he can say whatever he wants, and it's just no repercussions or no nothing. He's beginning to be one of those kinds of people.
but listen to me. The guy has one of the hottest shows on television with some of the now, and it's not one. It's one show that's morphed into 3 already,
Right.
and it potentially could morph into 10, and then you still have the big show power. This guy is turning into a TV executive.
Right,
mogul.
and he's got to have some kind of class.
Why
But
you
know
with
what?
that trifling bullshit?
I think he's trying to change the narrative on that whole for himself, but he should have just shut up. He
Sure.
just needs to learn how to shut up.
All right. Now here's the deal. If 5 or 6 years ago, before Power, right?
Yeah.
50 had bought Mike Tyson's house and he had to sell it. He made a ton of water on vitamin water, but then lost a lot of money. You want to punk out like that, I get it if you're looking to steer a buzz, if you're looking to...
But that's how he always is.
I know.
And that's how he works. And it for some reason, it works for him. You get what I'm saying?
but-
All eyes on him. It
Sure.
has to be about him.
The right eyes at the right time, though, because...
When is his birthday?
I have no idea.
Let's see. Because
I'm gonna tell you something though, right? Like if I'm 50, like I'm the executive producer of what could potentially turn into a kingdom of a television series with multiple spin-offs at multiple times. Think about how long it took The Sopranos to get a spin-off. Think about some of the success of the spin-offs from Archie Bunker to the Jeffersons, to some of them from Laverne and Shirley, from Happy Days. These spin-offs, they keep getting better and better and better and better. And when I'll tell you something right now, South Jamaica Queens in 1996 might not be your thing, okay? That gang-banging, drug-dealing, bust your ass in the city, make them as tough as they come stuff, okay, might not be your thing. But one thing I will tell you, as someone who watches TV seriously and watches it seriously, Rob, that show is very well done.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, it is from wardrobe to set design
Everything.
to writing. It is first class. Why be a trifling?
he's a troll.
You know what I want to say right now? Why be a trifling cat like that and troll this dude when he's dead. This guy was brilliant.
And just like I was reading, I think I want to say it was Method Man, and obviously they just did that tribute at the BET Awards to DMX. It was him who did it. So, and Method Man said, you know, everybody's fighting their demons.
Sure, yeah.
And he was like, you know, and at that moment when we were doing that, we were fighting the demons, but no one should judge him. He was a great person.
Sure.
And
sure.
You know, it's just sad that you have to wait until somebody's dead.
Sure.
To fucking make yourself relevant.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how 50 is. But you know who's following in his footsteps? The baby. But he learned his lesson when you made that comment about AIDS and gays, and he got dropped from everything. But see, 50 Cent is on the top of the ladder, so he ain't getting dropped like that. You know what I mean?
If he said that, the way corporate America works is, and make no mistake about it, 50 is corporate America now because of his relationship with stars in network television. You know, anything that offends the LGBTQ community or the social justice or anything like that, it's coming off. Because the bottom line in corporate America, Rob, when I was studying on this, I'm like, well, what makes a boycott successful? Like you know, anything that can affect their sales by more than 2%, Rob. Okay, they are on top of it, and then they're not tolerating it. So that's their line of demarcation. You understand? Anything that can affect their sales, just 2% of them. Okay. And that's when they blow off. But I mean, here's this guy, right? You know, who should be on top of the world, man, and he's jumping in the gutter, one brother on another brother, okay? Jumping in the gutter to kick this guy when he's down. Fuck his family, fuck his friends, fuck his family. I'm gonna be a smart ass on Twitter. Well, you know something, man? That's some cheap garbage right there, and it's terrible. And I'll tell you what, you know, I don't want to hear anything 50's talking about. You know, blacks got to get treated better by this and that and this and that. And you know, he may be right, and he probably is. But you know something? He needs to start treating the people in his profession and the people that he works with and the people that are in that business that are of color better. Because he's the biggest pain in the ass. It's always starting some type of beef.
You have been hacked again, 3 times.
Well, welcome back. We're back.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But you know something? The sad reality is I've been dealing with this shit since Hurricane Radio 1. With the district attorney almost.
Yeah, but we went so long without anything like this happening. Why now?
I don't know why now. I mean,
crazy.
You know, do you know that there's a world-class outfit in New Bedford that is one of the best social media and hack investigators in the entire country? They're on the old Standard Times building. They're on the fourth floor. They're Chris Markey. They're really good. I got to sit down. We're gonna sit down and talk to these guys because, you know, I mean, we just made a conscious effort to change all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And now,
I mean, if you're getting an error on your phone at the same time we're getting the error here, then it's definitely your account, your Facebook account.
Yeah.
It's definitely it.
Yeah, but we knew that, didn't we? Know it was a Facebook account.
Yes.
I mean, that's what we're operating.
That's what we're assuming. Yeah.
But that's what we're operating the streaming mechanism for. So if people are trying to hurt us, that's exactly what's up. But you know, so we're gonna keep it moving. We got Mika for some time. Let's take advantage of her. Let's do it. Okay, so we're talking about OMAR being dead. One of the great characters. Have you ever? Did you watch The Wire?
Yeah, years ago. Yeah.
What you think?
Oh, it was great.
That was a good show.
It was a great show.
That was
Top 5 of all time, without question.
Yep.
Top 5. Of all
he was a good actor altogether.
Sure.
He played in Lovecraft County, and that was a great show too. That they canceled and got Emmys.
Yeah. He played in Boardwalk Empire. He was Chalky, right?
Yeah.
He played in a bunch of them.
He played in a lot of things. He was just a good overall actor. I mean, No, everybody goes through it, and you just never know.
Hey, listen, it's National Overdose Awareness Week, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at, what has been taken from us, it's, it's another iconic actor, another a classic all-time great rapper. And let me tell you something, man. Addiction. One thing you can be 100% assured of, without question, okay, is addiction doesn't care who your mother and father are. They don't care how much money you got in your pocket. They don't care if you got a black Platinum Express or you don't have a driver's license. They don't care if you walk, drive. They don't care if you're a country or city. They don't care if you're black or white. It is one of the few things in this world that does not discriminate. Okay? One of the few things in this world that does not discriminate. And, once you get caught up, it's a bitch. It is a bitch. I've seen the best and the brightest amongst us be reduced to a slither of themselves.
Yeah.
And it just happens. It happens. And today, this week is Overdose Awareness Week. Okay. Give a shout out to the Herren Project, who's been helping people get sober for 10 years. And
That's awesome.
anybody out there that works in that field, I give it up to you. And any addict out there that's trying to get sober, God bless you. You know what my brother said? He said in all his years of recovery, in all his speeches, and all everything, he's yet to meet a stupid addict.
No, they're highly intelligent.
Most of them are.
Yeah.
Most of them are. Okay. From that to football season.
Listen,
at
football
the
season.
Purnell's house.
Lord help us.
Okay. Now you got a big one. Are you gonna open this stuff up on Thursday?
Yes, we have an opener. So we have people coming over our house, and
I'm sure. Cowboys fans?
No, Patriots
Really?
fan.
Okay.
My husband seems to be the only Cowboys fan in his crew.
Now, how will he watch the football game? Will he be locked into a TV? Will he be at the bar watching it?
All right, so it's in the man cave. So
Yeah,
you've been there. You see
Yeah.
the TV. So
Sure.
we have the couches in the bar.
So he'll be sitting in that recliner right in front
Right
of
next,
you.
there's
As he
there's
should
that
be.
corner recliner right
Okay,
there. That's
yeah.
his chair. That's the
That's-
king's
that's
chair.
cool, that's
So
cool.
that's where he'll be sitting. And he'll have his friends there. There's enough seating for you've been
Yeah,
there.
of
There's
course.
enough.
For 20 people.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a big deal in my house. Football season is
Now,
everything in my
Is
house.
he concerned about opening up to that many people because of because if I'm that big a Cowboy fan, I might want to watch that game just with one of my two ride or dies in that because it could get ugly.
No. He's done
that-
it before. You know what I mean? He's done it before. So I mean, he's prepared. Everybody talks shit to him every day, all the time, 24/7. They'll come to my house.
But New Bedford is cowboy country, man.
It really is. I never realized it
my
until-
God, how many cowboy fans there are in New Bedford.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I never realized it until him and and he all the people that he's friends with that are Cowboys fans and the people
It's crazy.
he went to the Patriots game, the last one that they had.
Yeah.
Then it rained, and how many people he bumped into
Sure.
that were from New Bedford that he knew that were Cowboys fans, and it was crazy. It was insane.
Does he know about his
His birth,
what's coming his life?
yeah. I gave it to him.
Are you going with him? for
No,
that?
no, hell no.
You're gonna
no.
let him. You're gonna let him pick.
I
up
told
a
him
friend of his choice?
you bring a friend. I did buy him the Patriots.
Oh, it's gonna be competition for that one.
So I told him you pick a friend. I was like, damn well I'm not going to that heated ass game. Patriots and Cowboys. That might get ugly. You know what I mean? Over there, Patriots.
Oh
fans.
yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
and I don't know which fans are worse. Cowboys fans or New England fans. They are on the same level and they talk shit about each other.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they are and being the outsider looking in,
Yeah.
it is on the same
And
level.
there's gonna be and Cowboy fans travel, man. Like there's gonna be a lot of them in Foxborough.
Oh, yeah.
They're everywhere. They're like
We were
they're
going-
like Steelers. They're like Packer fans.
Right.
They're gonna be in there. They're gonna be in the house.
we were
They're like Red Sox Nation. I don't know if Pats fans Like a lot of football fans would be like, is there any such thing as like real Pat fans? Yeah, there are.
Yeah, there's some of them.
I got friends of mine like the Bazinets. My man Scotty Bazinet has had season tickets for 30 years, way back when in Sullivan Stadium when you couldn't go to the bathroom without walking around and out your
My husband is a diehard Dallas fan. You know why? Because they lose every freaking damn year, and he still.
Well, they didn't always
It's
lose.
their number.
When we were kids, they were winning.
No, they did. When we were younger, they did win, and I remember.
America's team.
But you know what? I love Uncle Jerry. That's what I call him,
Listen,
Uncle Jerry.
if you think the Cowboys are popular in this country, go to Mexico. Oh my God. They got that. They got the Spanish community on lock.
I tell you what,
Them
listen.
Cowboys.
When we went to Texas, I just was like, holy. They are serious about not just professional football. They are serious about football, period, out there. As far as college football, like, and all that. But Dallas is everything. When you have 18, 19 pro shops in your stadium, they mean business.
Oh, yeah. What's that stadium like? Unbelievable. Right?
It's listen, Gillette Stadium is a pebble compared to that
You
stadium.
think Uncle Jerry's hot, huh?
I love Uncle Jerry because he's a wild man. He's a wild man.
But I like to drink whiskey and
he's crazy.
I chase wild women with Jimmy Jones.
I think
Jerry Jones.
I think it's his accent that does it for him.
Yeah. Hey, does this do it for you? And does that boat? You see where homeboy was quarantined? He was quarantined in the middle of the Mediterranean with a helicopter on his boat.
Listen,
he knows how to do it.
But
man.
you know,
they say everything's big in Texas.
Listen. But we wanted to go. We were actually going to go to Texas. Sure. When you say Dallas fans travel, they travel. We were going to go to Texas to see the Giants and Dallas game, but the flights are ridiculous just for 3-4 days. We wasn't gonna. For the both of us. I would now if we were going to Texas, I would go because my aunt lives out there. My cousins are out there.
By the way, your cousin was running around with food with the boys in California.
Yes, he was. I seen.
It's good to see that.
Good to see him out and about.
Absolutely, it was good. That brought a smile to my face. Yeah. My man Marcus.
I love.
Shout out to Marcus living in L.A. again. I'll be out there sooner than you think, brother.
I love my cousins. You know, they're all crazy.
That's
cool.
They
have a very big family, but you know.
Okay, but Jerry Jones is big. His stadium is big. His ego's big. His team is probably arguably.
You can see the helicopter pad when you pull up.
Let me tell you something now. And it could very well be the most valuable franchise in all of professional sports. But the only thing that's bigger is my man Tom Brady. All right? Now, I'm talking the other day, right, to somebody. I'm like, man, listen to me. You don't want Tom Brady with the ball to beat your team for a championship. You don't want this. You don't want that. He said, and you don't want him calling your girl either. And we start going back. So now the girl's acting.
He's not an ugly dude.
No, not at all.
No.
Now, let me ask you a question. All right? Let's just say you get an affinity for the white boys. Ben Affleck or Tom Brady?
I was just telling
who you shagging, Mika?
I just told Rob I'm not attracted to Ben Affleck.
You're not?
No. He's a different type of he's rugged or whatever.
Not like the town Ben Affleck. I like the town.
The town Ben Affleck is a little tougher, but I'm honestly not physically attracted to the Ben Affleck.
White boys from Cambridge? Is that?
No, I used to be in love with a white boy, so let's not go there. But Tom Brady is a different kind of hot. You know what I mean? He's class.
He's
Versace
sexy, hot, right?
He's he carries himself in a certain way.
Sure.
Ben Affleck just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I hear you.
Compared to Tom Brady.
Well, I mean, he's doing something right too.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's got J-Lo, but but I'm just saying for me, he doesn't do it.
How would Tom Brady and J-Lo look and Ben Affleck and Giselle?
Nah, not a good look at him.
No.
I think honestly,
I think Brady and J-Lo look pretty good.
I think that would work, but I think that Giselle compliments Tom Brady.
Really?
I think so. I honestly, a lot of people don't think that
she's got a lot of balls. She was talking shit to other wide receivers' wives in the elevator at the airport.
I would.
Passes.
If my husband was the
busted his ass
go,
like that. Yeah,
whatever he is, thrower. I would definitely be talking shit to other bitches. I'd definitely be talking to her. Be like, "What your man doing?"
Yeah, but
Excuse
not
me?
on the other thing. Because she cussed Wes Walker's girl out for dropping a pass that cost them the game. I guess she's pretty fiery, but Giselle, for me, doesn't do it for me. But hey, what do you know? Her bank account does, certainly. Okay, for all the married folks out there, I got a question for you, and I got a life story about this as well, too. You have a wedding, a couple RSVPs. They don't show up. The new trendy thing to oh, you gave me a look like that. The new trendy thing to do is to send them an invoice and bill them for their
Listen,
non-attendance.
I wish that was 2 years ago. Because let me tell you something. I had a whole effing table not show up at $100 a piece. That's 11 people.
Really?
$100 a
Now,
head.
did they all know one another? Was it like some organized boycott or what?
I have no idea. It wasn't my side of the family.
Okay.
All right, so, but I just know that don't RSVP for a wedding unless it's an emergency and you call the person and say, look, I have a family emergency.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Or like let somebody in their family know because the bride and the groom are kind of busy during that time. Let somebody in the family know. Or their maid of honor or a best man. Like, let them know that you're not going to the wedding because you do have to pay for that in advance.
Sure.
So we're paying 2 days before the wedding, and you don't show up, a whole table.
So the invoice, the whole
I would do it. $100.
No, $240 they sent them.
$240. That's for two people.
Two people, yeah, $240.
All right. So mine would have been $200.
No. I believe that the people got married were looking to make any extra money.
No, they weren't.
Listen, and there is something to be said for that.
I just think it's. I don't want to say disrespectful. It's distasteful when you do that to people. Don't RSVP.
But
for,
is it distasteful
for
sending them the invoice?
It kind of is, but it's not. You know what I mean? The time frame that we
Are you
live
up?
in.
Sorry, but you didn't send your table an invoice.
No, I wish I did.
Really?
The whole
So,
table.
so you got no problem with it?
I definitely wouldn't because that's a lot of money. $1,100 right there. That's just a table. So
No, I hear
can
ya.
you imagine? We had what?
Weddings are a money pit, huh, man?
We had about 20 tables, 15 maybe 15. So just you could do the math.
Sure. Yeah, it's that's crazy. COVID is coming back. You know that, right? How about this, Rob? Concert at Fenway Park, right? I think it's for the Google Dolls or some rock band, right? Coming up. Okay. If you don't have your vaccination card, you're gonna pay for a COVID test on the spot before you get in to it. Okay? New NYPD. You have to have a vaccination card, right? Or pay for the test. If you do not, you go home without pay.
Lisa said it's Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. Maroon 5. So that's where it goes. Rob, is this? I mean, some of these cases are going to probably end up in Supreme Court. You would probably think, right? About
I mean, but that's their rule. Like that's like I can't. It's like put it this way. I just feel like it's a reasonable rule.
I do as well.
I feel it's a reasonable rule because it's compensation for if somebody does get sick. You know what I mean? And it's backing there up. So like people can't get mad at that.
And one person can affect
100
hundreds and take up hospital beds and be the result. But you gotta think that somewhere down the line, the ACLU or some type of union or some type. The NYPD don't like getting told what to do, and I would expect some backlash for this. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Rob, this is the future, but I mean, you think it can stand the muster of a constitutionality check? We are a land of great freedoms. Freedom of expression. And you can walk down Main Street with a fucking Adolf Hitler. You can walk down.
But that is they are giving you the freedom to choose which one to do. You want to pay? So I mean,
That's true.
I mean, so it's up to you. You can either pay for that COVID test or just go get your shot.
Or
I'm
you
not
can
saying-
stay home.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, that's your freedom. You have that freedom of choice.
I think in a litigious era, I think that this is going to go on and on and go on.
I mean, that's just like traveling, too, you know?
Did you know that we had more COVID cases this Labor Day weekend than we had last Labor Day weekend?
I believe
Can
it.
you believe it?
But I
is
learned
crazy.
something. Okay,
Yeah.
so I learned something when I got my vaccine by reading the paperwork that they gave you. Okay, so when I got my second shot, I was out. I was literally out for the count for like 2 days. But what they tell you, and this is, I think, a misconception of people thinking, and this is how it's actually being super spread again, that the vaccine, in order for it to get into your body, you need 2 weeks. Not just because it's shot into your body immediately, that it's going to protect you immediately. It needs to attach itself
Sure.
in your body for 2 weeks. So here we got people that are getting the shot, going out around other people thinking that, okay, if I can catch it, I can't catch it, or my symptoms will be lesser, or, you know what I mean?
So then why don't they give you your vaccination card 2 weeks later? Why do they give it to you right away?
There you
Right.
go.
That-
It's a
That
great-
doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
That's a great question.
Right.
I know. But
Absolutely.
That's why I question a lot of the stuff. You know what I mean? If that's in the paperwork, then why are you getting a vaccination card when you get the shot?
But that's like with any vaccination. It's the same. It's the same thing. Even when you get the flu shot, any like chicken pox, even with the children, it takes some time. But these people are not thinking clearly. They just thinking that they're getting a shot and they're invincible. You are not invincible when you get the shot. That's the common misconception.
This thing caught us with our pants down. The element of surprise is all powerful. You know what I mean? We weren't ready for it. You can blame Trump for his being dismissive of it. That was an awful thing. And then you can blame the conspiracy theorists, and then you can blame the anti-vaxxers. But if it happens one time, shame on you. If it happens to us again, and we're not prepared much better for the next time something like this comes around, then I don't know what we could. I don't know what we.
I think that the thing is, Americans.
I mean, it got us. I mean,
it smacked us hard.
It's coming back too.
And Americans have this thing with freedoms, and yes, we have freedoms, but at the same time, you have to respect. The problem is nobody's respecting other
Sure.
people's how they feel about anything. Like
The fringes are becoming the narrative, okay? And the fringes don't belong of becoming the narrative. Like, I mean, I'm a progressive Democrat, but the fringes on both sides, I look at them like they're fucking crazy. Like, there's some of the stuff I hear from, from the far left, and I'm like, man, that may work in a philosophy class in Harvard, but when you put it in a field and do a field study,
logically, it doesn't work.
it's not going to work. I mean, you can come up with what's that? Remember going over the word hypothesis.
Okay. Yeah.
And when a hypothesis becomes a fact,
Correct.
and all the levels of testing that has to go from between here and there. I didn't do it. But so I mean, it's crazy, and you cannot turn the television show, the news on.
The problem is everybody has an opinion, but they think their opinion is fact. And I think that's
The news should not be dramatized.
correct.
The news, watch Rob and Mika, watch.
I don't watch the news on purpose.
I haven't watched in a month or so. Watch Walter Cronkite. Watch Sam Donaldson. Watch the classic Mud. Watch the classic news anchors, okay? The shots on TV. Now, we know it's all involved. And it's a highlight-driven, nation. We know it. I mean, if one industry from TikTok to, ESPN.
Right, and
to
I mean,
to
we're a
Fox
nation that
and
lives on fuckery. Let's be honest.
We live on a soundbite. We live on gotcha. We live on the court, But news should not be talked about like a sport with running statistics and this predictions and this and that and paid operatives on one side and the other to talk and bang heads on a thing. It should not. It should not be that way. That's. I've watched a couple of documentaries, and even in 1968 when the Black Panthers were rioting and getting killed, and the FBI was
That stuff wasn't like
was
crazy.
up to some dirty shit, and our leaders were being assassinated, and the Vietnam War is starting to amp up, like when there's real news, like some like real news, like the way it was delivered and sold and packaged did not create the type of hysteria that is happening today with it, and it's wrong. The only people that I firmly believe in a news game that should be treated like a sports game is the fucking meteorologist already.
Listen.
I'm telling you something right now. Why doesn't the meteorologist have power rankings? Okay, so we're going to evaluate 4, 5, and 6 in Boston and all their weather people, and then John Giossi and his group of characters in Providence. We're going to New England Cable News. We're going to WBSM, all right? And we're going to find out over the last 5 weather incidences who has given us the most accurate.
Cameron.
All right? Now let me ask you another question, Rob. Cameron. Why, how about making meteorologists available to journalists to ask questions? How did you blow it? Did you overestimate the Gulf Stream? Did you not take this? I mean, are these guys going to go on with impunity without being able to get? What's the answer here? I mean, weather's driving news. Weather's leading off the news. When we were kids, weather was last place.
Listen.
After the sports, that was your weather for 2 minutes.
Weather can control a lot of things. Me working in retail, they could say,
"Oh yeah,
hurricane coming, all hell breaks loose," and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and
of course.
so or they'll say snowstorm, another all hell breaks loose.
Oh yeah.
So
well, they said a lot. They shut down the 2 casinos. They shut down the Providence Place Mall, and it barely rained. And I think it's becoming more of a pattern. Does anybody feel me, Rob? You're not feeling me with the
I don't know if it's an exact science, though. You know what I mean? I don't think
There's
it's
no
an exact
prediction.
science.
I don't think
So then how come we're not reminded of that?
Yeah, I guess. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
I guess it's, better be safe than sorry. When they would see a storm
true.
coming, I guess that's what it is.
I had a garbage barrel
hear
in
ya.
my yard.
You don't think it's being driven by ad dollars?
Probably.
Yeah.
And all
Everything is, even COVID, so everything is.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
COVID is definitely be driven by dollars.
Hell yeah.
Listen, those rapid tests that they selling over the counter, Bionex. Listen, you can't find them nowhere. We had over 100 probably last week.
But those are just for personal use, or you can fly on an airline
I'm
with that.
guessing that you can. A lot of people are using them for. I wouldn't, only because I don't feel as if those are accurate like a pregnancy test. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to go and get checked. Why spend $25 to $150 because that's the prices of the rapid test when you can just go through the drive-through at my store and pay nothing and get your results within 24 hours still. So I mean, these people are panicked. These people were buying them 4 or 5 at a time, so that's $100. I'm like,
Money.
a lot of them are using it for schools.
Big pharma, big men making money again.
Always.
Big surprise. Could be worse out there, man. Could be roaching, and roaching is not the collection of old
Roaches.
school rolled marijuana joints collectively put in the middle of the table, taking a little marijuana in each of them and creating what is called a roach bone. Okay, roaching is being in a being intimate with one or more people, and yet not telling the new girl what's going on.
That's
I mean,
hoeing.
isn't this that's hoeing? You got that right.
That's what it is.
Oh, one or the other. But listen to me. This has been going on by the end of since the end of time.
Right. I didn't
Why
know
do we
there
have
was
a word
name.
for it? And you didn't even know the word.
Of
You're
all
usually
people,
hit-
of
you're
all
usually hit
people who
with this.
didn't know the word, it's
Yep.
me, and I'm shocked. Well, I learned a new word too that kind of goes along with the same.
What? Let me hear.
So a friend of mine on Facebook has a teenage daughter, and there was a word floating around, and so she had to look it up in the Urban Dictionary. It's
Yeah.
the word soaking.
What's soaking?
Soaking is not the actual act of sex, but just letting it go in and just sitting.
Really?
That's it. It's just
Soaking.
soaking. So I'm like, where did these like?
Putting the bread in the oven, soaking. That's some stupid shit. Is that a thing now? So you got to soak. You have to soak before you have sex.
So I'm like,
Oh,
this
boy.
is what these kids think that they're like, we're not having sex, we're soaking.
What if you get a little premature and you get soaked?
Right. And
What if you get soaked before you start to stroke?
when
Then what happens? What happens then?
when you come up pregnant from not actually motion in the ocean,
Yeah.
what you gonna say? I didn't do it. So what are you,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Virgin freaking Mary? Stop soaking, whatever the hell that is. I died.
Now, what level of penetration do you need to get pregnant? Is there like a?
Hey, there isn't any.
There isn't any. If those boys can swim, they
They
swim,
swim,
right?
yep.
Damn.
You could just slide it in. And it's a ding 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 pregnant.
I wonder if my man, this chimp in Antwerp. You hear about this guy? Have you heard about the chimp in
I can
Antwerp?
only imagine.
Listen to me, right? He's roasting too, right? Because he's banging some other chimps, right? But he was also banging one of the workers at the zoo.
Oh no.
Shit.
Yeah, you didn't hear about this?
Male or female?
Male.
Oh, no, what?
Yeah. Listen to me. Okay. Now this is what happens, right? The chimp, right, catches some feelings, and they had to bar the person. Well, obviously they got rid of the worker, but he was coming by the zoo. They had to bar him from the zoo because the chimp was so down and heartbroken, okay, that he didn't get up for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They had to send chimp psychologists in to talk to him and everything, and they all blamed they all blamed the girl that he was banging.
Was it a girl or a guy?
I guess it was some type of golden punani or some
Oh,
golden.
so it was a female
it was
chimp.
A female chimp.
It was a male chimp.
It was a male chimp sleeping with the female employee.
Yeah. With the employee.
Okay, that's what I
that's
was
what
asking.
confused,
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
What kind of drugs was she on?
You know?
Hey, maybe it was good. I don't know.
Maybe
Got
he was
no
just
judgment.
maybe the chimp was just soaking.
Yeah.
Maybe the chimp was soaking and she just started moving, and then.
Hey, maybe the chimp was soaking, roaching. I ain't joking.
But my thing is, like I said, maybe she wanted to experience something different.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
No, come on. You can experience different shit, but that's a little out of the box,
Listen, nowadays ain't shit out of the box, Rob.
Yeah, I hear
Ain't
you.
shit.
So what's the matter, Rob? You're not down with bestiality?
No, not at all.
No?
I think that's crazy. What would ever possess you to open your legs to a freaking chimp? Well, then again, some of these women will open their legs to these bums and these homeless dudes.
They
so.
put peanut butter in a place or two.
Yeah,
They put,
hey.
next thing you know, we got a whole gents. Now, some nights, kid in Massachusetts got caught banging a horse, right? They're going to jail for it. Can we look that up about the Massachusetts man that got caught and what happened to him? Got arrested for it.
He must have in Massachusetts.
Should you get arrested for it?
I don't know, man.
That is a
something
tough
I
thing
never thought of.
That's a tough thing to hang on somebody, man. Come on. I feel bad for the people that get caught, picking up the streetwalkers at night and embarrassing their families and all of that. But you get caught, you get locked up for banging a horse. That's okay.
I would
buddy.
go-
I've had a few horses too. No, I'm talking about
Go
a real fucking horse.
The family must
You ever
went
looked
into
at- You
hiding.
ever looked at a masked man charged with having sex? I'm gonna do it right now. Masked man, I believe it was 19 years old. You saw the pictures because we talked about them.
We did at one point. I remember that.
We did. I'm gonna go. I got it right now here.
I remember talking about that. Yes.
Arrested for having sex with.
What wonderful town did this occur
Yes,
in?
I need to know that too. I can't remember, but it was probably one of
A
those.
sonnet.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Ass on it.
Makes sense.
Well, I think you could have sex with goats in like 6 or 7 states.
He was having sex in the stables. This is
Hold on, we got to. I felt bad. Norfolk. Wow, not far from here.
Norfolk County.
That's where that's
Yeah.
Birdie is. 19-year-old dude, man. Please say the man who broke into a Norfolk farm. You imagine how horny this guy had to have been. Please say the man who broke into a Norfolk farm Thursday morning, one Thursday morning, had to have sex with the horse, has turned himself in.
He got caught on security camera. So imagine if he didn't get caught on security,
Unbelievable.
how many times he would go back?
This is bad, man.
To say, listen, I have nothing to say.
I mean, this is the cops were looking for him. I mean, don't have it. I mean, should this be arrestable?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I think it's just
The kid looks like a big kid too. Maybe
he needs
was
to go. Maybe he just needed some maybe he just needs some loving. Sometimes people just need some loving.
It should be arrestable just because, for those
Hey, homeboy's got his pants around his ankles and everything.
for those who want to do it, they should be. It should have fear of being arrested because suppose you catch some disease and he brings that home to his family. So yeah, it should be arrestable.
Yeah, but you could do that at Wells Square. You could do that in the Flint.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why prostitution, if it's going to be legal, everybody should be regulated and they should be tested, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it should be illegal if it's not regulated. Sure.
Do you look at this person as a sexual predator?
No,
I don't either.
I don't think he's a sexual predator to
I think
animals.
He's an animal predator.
Right.
he's
To animals, not to he was not interested
No
in
horsing around. No horsing
vaginas.
around on this thing.
He wasn't interested in vaginas. He was interested in whatever the horse had.
Now, if you're this kid's parent, if you're this kid's parents, how do you help him get through this shame in life?
He probably has to go through therapy, pack up and move where nobody knows him, and
But
start
with
all
Google,
over.
there's no such thing anymore.
I know. He might have to change his name and all.
The
Imagine.
owner of the place says he's a predator. 4:30 Thursday morning. I think he was high.
He could have been. He could have
Yeah.
been smoking some shit. And
Smoking some
some of that tweeds be getting you high to be
Crack is whack.
to be
Wow. Although
natural Viagra.
Next.
I guess he just started petting a horse and then violated it.
All right, so how do we get to that from the killer animal?
They did a rape kit perform on the animal and everything.
That's awful.
Wow, they're taking this real seriously. I don't know who to feel bad for, the horse, the guy, the family. I don't know what's going on.
Psychiatrically, he needs to be evaluated. That's part one.
Okay, animal. So you want to get out of the horse? That was not even planned, by the way. I asked me, right now, tell me. I'm going to tell you something right now. You and me are going to get 5 guesses apiece against me. Okay? If you guys can guess, right, without getting 3 strikes, okay?
3 strikes each.
I'll give you $20 apiece.
3 strikes each.
3 strikes
or
each.
collectively.
Top 5 animals that kill the most people in this country. Phones off, Rob. Hands in the air.
Phone's over here.
All right.
Top 5 animals, huh?
Top 5. What animal? What are the top 5 animals that kill the most human beings?
Dogs.
I was gonna say dog.
Dogs is number 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Gators, alligators.
No.
No, because they just was killing people in Louisiana. They were just killing people in Louisiana.
Animal. It has to be an animal. Can't be insects.
Oh yeah.
Can be insects?
Yeah. absolutely.
Snakes.
Snakes are 5.
I got 2 right. You got 1 strike, Mika.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to think.
How many do I gotta guess? 3?
You gotta run the table. You gotta run the table.
The whole 5?
Yep, the whole 5. Mika, you're up.
It's not a. What about I want to say like you said in this country.
Yeah, in this country. Texas leads by far more than 2-1 animal-related deaths.
Horses.
Horses were in the top 10, but unfortunately, they weren't in the top 5.
2 strikes.
Rock it
I'm
up.
gonna say bears.
They were in the top 10, but not in the top 5.
Damn. You
One
said
strike.
in Texas?
Yeah. Texas led the country in the amount of animal deaths. What you guys are going to know right away?
Mountain lion.
I was gonna say mountain.
2
No.
strikes for me.
2 strikes for you, 2 strikes for you. Let's go. Next strike is lights out. And you're going to understand. You're going to understand this when I tell you. You know what I mean?
Birds. I'm out.
Okay, how about this? Number 1, overwhelmingly, 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3 well, 1 and 2, you can understand this very clearly. Number 1 is a deer because it causes tons and tons of car
That's
accidents.
true.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think of that.
I wasn't either.
And number 2, bees and wasps because
Okay.
of the sting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. The one I was surprised with was number 4, cows. You know how it happens,
Really?
right? Getting trampled by cows.
Well, that's what I was thinking, like a horse, because that too. Them motherfuckers is huge.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
some, like a,
yeah,
like
a horse. Okay, you get trampled.
Yeah.
Trampling is like the disc car. They broke the whole thing down into a bunch of subcategories. The deer is obviously a car thing. That's like a wasp. A lot of people in their garden not paying attention. Happened to a good friend of mine's dad. Your dogs, obviously. And they said the trampling is from your horses and cows and sheep, and it's of how they die, but not by the animals that kill them.
How do you think Mufasa died? Same thing, a trample.
You got the hyenas. Okay, we're gonna ask Mika a couple questions, man.
Let's
And
go.
We're gonna wrap this up. Rob or Mika, would you vote for somebody who has never drank or smoked pot in their life?
Yeah. I mean,
Never.
well, never. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, why not? I never smoked pot.
All right.
Oh, I
But
can't.
never drank, never smoked.
Never really drank. No, like my first drink, Vinny Paz. We went to Vegas, and my first drink he bought me when I was 41. Yes.
Okay, well, I would definitely not vote for you then.
Okay.
So that's cool. A lot of people say don't never trust a man who doesn't drink. I think that's a little crazy, but I would want somebody with a little bit of that life experience.
Yeah, I get a little bit of experience. Very little.
No, I hear you. All right. If you were arrested, what would the charges be? Tell me, Mika. Have we ever made up a mind on a name for you yet? You go with Tamika? Now,
Listen,
if you were arrested, what would the charge be?
I'd probably be like. It would probably be an assault charge.
Domestic kind?
Yeah, it would depend.
No. I can see. There's a couple of problems. I feel you.
Yes, like I'd.
Mine would definitely be an assault charge.
Listen,
for
it's
sure.
gonna.
For
It
sure.
would probably be an aggravated assault, probably charge, because It takes a lot to push me, but if I was to get arrested, that would probably be.
Yeah,
Probably be it.
have you ever been arrested?
No, but I had restraining orders.
How
on
do
me.
you go through New Bedford without ever being arrested? It blows my mind.
I was arrested on Christmas Eve
Oh, that
Why?
sucks. Why?
because I had contested a ticket and I forgot to show up for court, so I had a warrant.
And they locked you.
And they locked me up for the one night, and then in the morning I went to court and paid it.
That was
What,
stupid.
on Christmas?
On Christmas Eve.
Christmas.
Oh, that's okay.
So you went to court on Christmas Eve. You didn't get locked up. Very hard to get locked up.
No, I got locked up on Christmas Eve, and I went to court on Christmas Day.
Court's closed on Christmas Day, homeboy.
Not around.
No, I went to. Oh no, it was Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, I got locked up.
Yeah, and Christmas.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes.
So how do I go through New Bedford?
No, Fall River. I mean, it's hard to do. There's a lot of fools running around out there.
I've come close to
There's
it.
a lot of
but
fools running around out there.
I actually was a pretty good, like, as far as
When we step out the door in places like we live in, believe me, there's places that are much worse. But you never know.
no.
You never know. You've got poor people on top of poor people. You got massive mental health issues.
I feel like
running
you just-
through a ball of it. You know what I'm talking about, Rob?
If you just mind your business, that was
Yeah,
my
that's the way-
that's the way I stood out of trouble most of the time. Mind your business. Most of the time, like the trouble that I was in is like other broads didn't like me.
Sure, of
blah blah
course.
blah.
I
So
hear
they
you.
come for me. But my friends always
Then you're gonna say,
handled my shit for me. So I just never really got knee deep into that. Maybe in high school I did.
Yeah.
But high school they weren't into pressing
Well,
charges.
knock
like
on
that.
wood. Knock on wood for you. Knock on wood.
Yes.
All right. One album, Desert Island. What's it gonna be, Mika?
One album, Desert Island. Well, you know me. I'm very.
My answer is very, very. I think it's Stevie Wonder's greatest hits. I think that gives me enough of the music rainbow.
I would take that.
What?
I would take that.
Yeah, I would think that gives me enough of the music rainbow. If I want to get dance, if I want to get jiggy, I can do that. If I want to get into my thoughts and feelings, I can listen to Overdose.
I don't
I
even
am
know.
building
I have
this
so.
castle alone.
I have so many
Come on,
many
just give it to me.
favorites. Like
come on, Wu-Tang Clan forever.
I really was thinking
Well-
it would probably be something like that.
But you don't have to. We want to go up and down. You get this is
Right.
one
So
thing.
that's why I'm thinking.
And Mary J. What's the 411?
I know.
and
If
everything.
anything, it would be Mary J. My Life, because you
Okay.
go up and you really do
yeah.
go up and down with that album, and I still listen to it like it's brand new today. So yeah. That would be it, Rob. I know, right? That's a loaded question. That really is a loaded question.
We actually had a pretty good show, despite the cyber attacks. Like what's going on here? What do you got, Rob? What album? Come on, you're the music man.
Oh man.
Just give me one that's off the top of your head.
You know, Michael Jackson's greatest hits too.
Oh
So,
yeah, take that.
I
too.
take that, too.
Whitney Houston's greatest hits.
Yeah, I'll take Michael Jackson. Yeah, I could do that.
Michael Jackson has a different, like, he has an eclectic, like.
What is the most overused word in the English language? Very easy for me to answer. You want me to start to lean on this? Respect. Way overused. Used inappropriately. Used and abused.
Freedom
The
is
meaning of
just,
it.
freedom is for me. I think it's freedom.
Yeah,
Freedom
yeah.
is that people don't really understand the
The price you're going to pay for those freedoms.
right and the back.
Yeah.
The history of it. So
Sure,
to
yeah,
use
of
it.
course.
They use it for any little thing. Oh, it's my free country. Okay, but there's reasons why it's free.
Yeah.
Like you gotta look through
Yeah.
that.
Rob, what do you got?
Bro.
I was gonna say.
Oh, Fall River, it's guy. Hey, guy.
Hey guy.
Hey, guy.
I was gonna
That's
say.
good.
I was gonna say shit. That's one of my favorite words.
Okay. I got question number 5. I didn't think up yet. Let me see if I can put it together in my head. Okay. What's your favorite? I knew it this because what's your favorite line in television or movie history? I'm gonna rap on my show perfectly with this. That's what I want to ask. What's your favorite line? Take a look at the bad guy, because it's a long time to see a bad guy like this again. No, that's not mine. One of my favorites. Bruno sleeps with the fishes. What was his name again? Lou Cabrazzi sleeps with the fishes. What do you got here for me? What do you got? Forrest Gump, Bubba Gump Shrimp, Bubba Gump, Captain Dan. What do we got going on here?
I'm a breakfast at Tiffany's kind of girl. So
Get busy living, get busy dying. Shawshank Redemption. Where we going?
no,
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I'm
huh?
a breakfast at
I hear
Tiffany's,
you.
and there's a point where she is just so oblivious.
Yeah.
And she just says, what better way to start the day off but with diamonds? And I'm that kind of girl.
Yeah, I like that. Like, that's what's up.
I'm that kind of girl.
I've never seen Breakfast Activities. I gotta get it.
I love that movie. I own it. I watch it over and over again. It's something that nobody would ever think that I would watch, but
You do?
I do. I'm a hopeless romantic, and that's one of my favorites.
Rocky Rob, what's up?
If he dies, he dies.
What was that from?
Rocky,
Oh, yeah.
I must break you.
Cut me, Mick. I got the one right now, and it's for my homeboy Omar. Fuck 50 Cent. I'm keeping it real with you, Omar. If you take a shot at the king, you best not miss. Rest in peace, Michael K. Williams, a.k.a. Omar, from The Wire. Our thoughts and prayers are with you on Mike and Mika for sure. For Rob, for Mika, for me, the Hurricane, thanks for hanging with us. We're gonna stay vigilant. We've been all business this whole week about the business end of this. Now, obviously, it's time to find out what's going on with some of the issues that we've been having lately. Peace out. Love you. Go.
Bye.